Alright, so I am Hayden Roth, and this will be part 2 of my culminating unit. And what I'm doing now is for you is After Effects tutorials. As we are in After Effects, we've created our composition and already our 10-second composition at 29 frames per second. And what we're going to be doing now is adding some footage. You can either do this by hitting File, Import to File, or you can go over and just kind of drag it in off your desktop or do something like that. But for the sake of just kind of keeping this video quick, I'm just going to drag it in. And you'll notice that we have a sound file here linked with our clip when you look in the footage. When you drag it in to your composition timeline, you'll notice there is no sound. If you were to hit play on this or anything, there would be absolutely no sound throughout it. This is because in After Effects, it's mainly for the video editing. If you are on a Mac side, you're going to want to be doing kind of the sound editing or syncing or anything like that in Final Cut Pro, iMovie, anything like that. After Effects is more, you're just focusing on the visual images. So up here you'll notice that we have all the different settings of our clip. It is 4 minutes or 4 seconds and 45 milliseconds. It is set to a 1080p quality or resolution rather. Its frame rate is 59.94 frames per second, and it is 49.1 kilohertz, 44.1 kilohertz for the sound. Obviously, we're not worried about the sound now, but you'll notice that these are a lot different than the settings we did, and that you might encounter this when you were doing this. So what you're going to do is go up to your composition settings, and you're going to want to change your composition settings to match this. So we're going to want to make my frame rate 59.94. We are going to change the aspect ratio to 1920 by 1080, and it should do that automatically for you. If it doesn't, just go ahead and enter that in yourself, and that's pretty much all we need to worry about right now. So we're going to hit OK, and not much really changes, but it will change in the final video that you have. So you'll notice when you try and play through, it's extremely blurry, even on a quarter viewing mode. This is where you can change the type of quality that you're viewing. If you have an extremely fast computer, you probably don't have to worry. You can probably just throw it on full and edit in at full quality. Mine, however, is just kind of the average computer, and we're just going to put it on quarter for the sake of speeding this up. And obviously when you render it out, it will not look like this. You will be changing the render settings to making it a lot more, a lot better. So, as you scroll through, it gets blurry. If you just release, you'll notice that all of a sudden that you can see it, and that just kind of takes a second to buffer up the frame. Along here, so now you're going to have your video in your timeline. The most basic thing that you're going to be needing to do is realizing that you're not going to maybe want the entire clip of what you have. So in this case, what you're going to do is you can just hold Control or Command if you're on a Mac, Shift and hit D. This will split and create a new layer on it. So now if I don't want this anymore, I just click it and hit delete. And if I did that by accident and would like it to return, hold Command and hit Z, and that should bring it back to you right away. So now that you have the two things on different layers, you can really just kind of edit the single layer yourself. And we're going to talk about the video effects and adding text to this in the next clip. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that.